Hey designer, Alex here, welcome to the channel, and in today's video I have something really special for you. We are going to compare exactly the same product done 3 different ways by the same company, and let's check it out and see how different the UX is and what you can learn from this well-known example. Alright, so the example which I want to show you today is for Mercedes-Benz, and before we even get started, I just want to say that Mercedes-Benz is one of my favorite brands of all time. I have all sorts of different things lying around my office which are tied to Mercedes-Benz. I actually purchased them from their official website, so this is kind of a little bit ridiculous for me to do, but I just want to show you that on this well-known example by the company who invests billions of dollars on R&D every single year, they can still get it wrong, and I'm going to show you what I mean right here by using the different pages for exactly the same product. So let's get started, and you can see right here that on their German website, which is their main website because they are actually a German company, I have chosen the Mercedes-Benz A-Class, which is this small hatchback, and they come in a limousine form, and you can see the call to action here is really prominent, but it's not in the middle of this image, which is basically fine, and they can adapt it however they want. For example, in my case, I would do it a little bit differently. I would increase the size of this H1, for example, and increase the size of this H2 just a little bit, but they kept it for consistency because you can see this size and these sizes are basically exactly the same. What I don't really like is this call to action button, and especially this hover color. I would do it a little bit differently. I would do it even more dark, or I would switch it around and make this a little bit lighter, which is the default state, and hover state I would go even lighter or darker depending on the mood of the viewer or the importance of this page. What I don't really like is the navigation on this page because it's extremely confusing, because the point of navigation is to make your users understand what your product is all about and to make them decide as quickly as possible before they get bored and leave your page. So if you see right here, we have this master navigation, which you actually have to click, and then it comes with this secondary navigation, then this tertiary navigation, and for some models it can go even more, and you can see right here and right here you can actually scroll down because they have a bunch of these different products. So this is the first navigation. Second navigation is actually this navigation, which is for the model itself, so you can actually tap on these and it's going to take you to a different page where you can see the design. Why would I need to go to the different page? I'm already on this page. Let me simply scroll down and I want to see the design. Third navigation is this one right here. So you can see all of these different options. And fourth navigation is this one right here. So one page has 4 different navigations. Why? What is the point of all of these navigations where you can actually stream down this process a lot? And I'm going to show you that in just a bit. So going back, this navigation is used to go between these different sections. So you can see design right here, and it takes me to here, and I can click here where it says more information. And when I do, I go to this page. But why do I need to click? Why cannot I just browse more information about the design here on this page? I don't want to go to external pages, and you can see that this, when I click here for more design, does exactly the same thing as I click right here. It takes me to the design page. But why? What is the point of this? Why can you just show me everything about the design of this vehicle on this same page? I don't want to go to separate pages and explore the design. And one more crucial thing is, if you see, if I click right here, notice we have hatchback right here, and when I click we have the limousine right here. Or is it the hatchback? So perhaps your viewers might get confused. It is the hatchback, but it looks like a limousine from this angle. So it's just a little bit too confusing for me. And these ones are to scroll down to different pages, and notice we have this right here, and when I click design, it basically skips this part of the page. Why? Also, you can click on these zoom icons to zoom on these different images and explore. So this pop-up gallery is fine, but why do I have to zoom? notice that this experience is going to be much worse on a mobile device. So why do I have to zoom? Why can you not just give me big wide images? And for example, the pagination right here down below, 2 arrows, so I can scroll left and right between all of these images. So it's just too confusing with all of these different navigations, with all of these different sizes. You can see that this text is a little bit different than this text. This text is really difficult to read in some cases, especially with the links. So when you jump and see different links on these pages, they are really dark blue, so they are really difficult to read against the black background. And I get why they want to integrate this black and dark background, because this is a premium brand and they want to come across as a premium brand, and that's completely fine. But why can you just do a little bit different variation of this black? And what's the point of this logo being all the way down? So a lot of these different things don't make sense, because Mercedes-Benz is one of the biggest producers of cars worldwide. They make hundreds of thousands of cars worldwide. They also have one of the best infotainment systems in the industry. It's called MBUX, so Mercedes-Benz user experience, and they have this terrible user experience on their website. So I just don't get it. But once again, this is a German website, and if we scroll all the way down, you can see how these icons don't really pan around well on this really black background. So this is white, this is white, this is white, and this is this really light blue. So why can you just give me some different shades of white, or even light gray, dark gray, some other color which works a little bit better? And especially with these icons, why can you just give me some background for them? They really stand out, and make just notice that they are using PNG icons. Why? Why can't you just use SVG icons and make this much better quality, much crisper on the viewer, especially with these high quality screens, retina screens and so on. A lot of people are using these 4K screens, 5K screens, so just imagine what this looks like on a screen that high quality. So really, these are just some basic mistakes done by one of the greatest brands ever on this earth. So I just don't understand why they've done it the way they did. So this is the German page. If I scroll the way down, you can see this, again, this logo. I still don't get it. You can see how this looks like, and here is the link I was talking about. So you can see how really dark blue this is and how light blue this is. So all of this really doesn't make too much sense to me. This text is extremely small to read, and that's fine because that's the small print, but make sure that this is a little bit bigger, because chances are, if you're purchasing Mercedes-Benz, which is extremely expensive, any model from their range is extremely expensive, chances are you are a little bit older, and older people have difficulty reading small text like this. So let's now switch it up. So this was the German version of this page. Let's go to the Serbian version, which is my local version, and you can see it looks almost exactly the same, but make sure to notice that we don't have this navigation here, but we do here. But what's the point of having just one, and here we have this many? So what's the point of this one? Just get rid of it. And you can see we don't have call to action button here, but we do here. But still, text is in exactly the same position as it is right here. Why? Why can't you just move it down to the center a little bit? Make sure to increase it in size. I just don't get it. Perhaps they are trying with this girl looking at this text, but I still don't understand why can't they just make it a little bit bigger. So we can see right here that this text is a little bit bigger than this one, and it does stand a little bit on this page. But notice here that we have this text box, and we don't here. We don't even have text on these images. But you can see that we have right here, but it's a little bit different for different image, but for this one, and you can see right here. So we have MBUX, which is the thing I was talking about, and this that you can see on these two screens is actually their user experience system they are using in their latest models. So you can see if I click design, it takes me here, and we have arrows. So why can you implement on such a small market like Serbian market? You can implement these great solutions. So you can see MBUX, design, connectivity, safety, all of these things are right here, but they are not right here on their German website. And Also, Serbia has something like 6.5 million people living here, while Germany has, I don't know, something like 60, 70 million, 80 million. So a lot of the people are going to go to your German website, and you cannot implement things which are implemented on such a smaller market like Serbian market, like for example this one. But even with this, what's the point of all of this empty space here? This can be done a much better. Also photography, why can you just zoom in a little bit, because we have this empty space. So all of these beginner mistakes are done by these companies. You can see that important information such as MBUX, because they are talking about connectivity, which what this translates to. Connectivity is right here. Why are you hiding it with this text box? Simply move it right here to this side or down here below. What's the point of showing me something when I cannot even see it? Finally, we have this safety, which is just fine, but why can you just show me some safety systems? Because all of these companies have these nice animations with these safety systems and so on. And this is just an image of a car driving down the road. So what's the point? Show me those safety systems, because that's what you're talking about here on this page. So this is just all a waste of time, because good UX should come to the point straight away. You can understand straight away what they want to tell you, what they mean, where you are, what you should do next, and so much more. So just showing me the image of a car going down the street is not really all that useful. We have human-centered interface. Of what? This is just a car in the background. Where is the interface? Show me the interface. So you have to scroll all the way down to find the interface right here. Head-up display, that's fine, that's great, here it is, but just show me more information. Also, if I click right here, you can see that it takes me to this sort of pop-up blog page. But once again, what's the point of all of this? You could just make this into a nice card, which is right here, glanceable, straight away. I don't have to click and go to all of this. You can see I can click right here and then go and do what? This is just one single image. Where is the gallery? Why do I have to click through all of these steps and not get anything in return? So you can see we have the video right here, which is fine, but also explain a little bit more why is this video here? What does it do? If I click on this plus, where does it take me? To this page. Once again, what's the point of all of these pop-ups? If I click here, can I go left and right? No, this is just one singular image. So this is what I'm talking about of the good UX. Don't make your users stink. Don't make your users spend too much time on these pages. Get to the point as quickly as you can, explain in as many details as you can, but make sure that those details are relevant to the product in question. Don't tell me this is the head-up display and showing me the model next to a car. Where is the head-up display? It's in the cabin. Show me the image of the cabin with the head-up display so I can understand what you are trying to tell me, because not all people in this world know what head-up display is. Show it to me, I will understand, and then through text and better images explain a little bit more. How does it work? Do I have to switch on the car? Does it work all the time? Does it work at a certain speed? Does it recognize street signs? Does it recognize pedestrians? Can I do a lane keeping assist system, for example, on the head-up display, or do I need to use all of these screens? So explain all of those information to me as soon as I land on your page. Don't make me think too much. And now let me quickly show you the American version. So this was the German, this was the Serbian, and you can see with these icons what they've done here. So let me quickly go back. So this is the German version, this is the Serbian version. So once again, smaller market has done this better than the bigger market. Why? As you can see, we have this nice white background, which is matching our boxed layout. We have this nice text. We have this beautiful divider showing us that these are two different sections. We have these nice call to action buttons, and you can see that the hover effect works much better here against the white background than here against the black background. You can hardly see that the color is changing. Also, the icons stand much more here against the white background when they are dark than in this case. So finally, let me show you the American version, and here it is, and you can see we have the sedan. First things first, you can see it's much simpler to understand what I'm looking at, because you can see we have sedan and we have AMG sedan. So what's the difference? difference. AMG is a performance version of this sedan, and you can clearly see the differences, not just in price but in looks, in power, in everything right here. So we straight away have the price, which we don't have, by the way, for any of these websites. We can compare the models, which is a great thing. For example, if I'm thinking about buying A class, B class and C class, which are totally different cars for totally different purposes. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. We have bigger leg space, for example, in the C class than in the A class. So let me quickly compare these models right away from here, so I can know perhaps this A class is not really a good choice for me. Perhaps I have to purchase the C class. And let me quickly go there and see the C class. So this is the great example of a good website design, of a good UX design, implementation of good information that needs to be there straight away. So if we scroll all the way down, you can see what I was talking about. Why don't you make this image wide like they've done right here? Instead of showing me this, what's the point of this? Show me the big image. For example, outside looks. Make one gallery, put it like this, right arrow, left arrow, pagination, so I can know where I am. That's it. Explain to me what this design is, what it's doing for, what's the difference here with the text. And let me quickly scroll. Also, if you're on a mobile, this sort of navigation and this sort of gallery is much easier because you can simply swipe with your finger left or right. If you're using the tablet, it's the same thing. But with this old layout, you have to tap, then tap again just to see one image. And what's the point of that? You're losing time. So if I take you down, you can see that we have this image right here, beautifully explained. Here it is. So we have two images, 2 of 2, which is great UX once again. We have what it is. So LED beacons of inspiration. It's talking about the lights. Here it is. So one picture of the light, another picture of the light. Just show me the light because that's what you're talking about here. More than spacious, special. Show me the cabin. That's great. What this is, high-res displays. This is what I was talking about. Here they are. Show me these high-res displays. Explain to me what they are, how big they are. You can see dual 7-inch digital displays. You can see what they are right here. You can see how the color looks like. You can see some of the changes with the wheels and everything. Take it up a notch or two. You can see with the performance here they are talking about their bigger engines, their AMG package and so on. You can see shift your thinking and think fast. So these are the modes of driving which you can choose from this system. You can see how the suspension works. You can see how it works in the winter. Here you can see a beautiful image of the interior. You can see with the innovation, and here they are talking about their MBUX and showing the MBUX right here. So this is what I was trying to tell you earlier. Show to your users what you are talking about straight away. Don't make them think, don't make them scroll too much. They are just going to get bored and leave straight away. So you can see how the steering wheel looks like, and you can also click through to notice some different changes with the steering wheel, so you can choose whichever one you want. You can see these beautiful blocks of text and images, really easy to read. You can see blind spot assist and showing me the image of blind spot assist, which is their parking system. And a blind spot assist, sorry, is about blind spots in your mirror. You can see wireless charging, showing you the phone charging. So this is what I was talking about. Also the gallery, you can see all exterior, interior, and I can quickly change between all of them. Models, you can see, you can select another model, you can change different colors. So if I click right here, it's going to update in real time and showing me that color. You can see the power, acceleration, so all the things that matter. And if I go straight to the top, you can see really simple navigation. Again with this text, but we are going to forgive it. I will just put it right here in the center because I have to look up here and then look down the model. It's going to be much simpler if it's just here and then just here for the model. So you can see extremely simple navigation. You still have to click through here and then go through here, but here, unlike here, so when I click on the models, I have to click right here, and it doesn't show me any images. But with this, you can see SUVs and all sorts of different SUVs, sedans and wagons, and you can see how the cars look like straight away, which is great UX once again. And finally, you can see the navigation. So when I start scrolling, you cannot see it up to here. And then from here, it's there to help you jump to different sections of your website, but it doesn't take you to external pages. It takes you to this page, so sections of this page. So these are just 3 different examples from the same manufacturer for exactly the same product, but on the different markets, and this is just their implementation. I urge you, whatever you are designing, try to think about who are you designing for. So chances are, especially with these examples of expensive products, your target audience are going to be older people, and older people don't like to focus too much. Their eyes are perhaps on their way out because they're old. It's just the fact. So make sure when you're designing, try to design for your audience. Make sure to think up front about where your audience is going to go. Don't make them think too much. Don't get stuck on all of these fancy animations and go straying away from the important and key features of your website, which in this case is selling this car. So show me the car wherever you can, however you can. Just make sure to be precise, make sure to be concise, and simply show me the information which matters to me at that section of the website. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found value in it. If you did, make sure to press that like button. I upload new videos every single week on design, passive income techniques, motivation, and more. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.